So right here in the heart of Kentucky, where the rolling hills give way to the vibrant city of Lexington, there has been a debate of monumental importance, and it's been quietly brewing. It's a debate that revolves around the subject that is both deeply complex and fundamentally simple: affordable housing. Now, in a city that's known for its rich history in horse racing and bourbon and basketball and bluegrass music, the struggle for affordable housing often takes center stage. But it's a spotlight that reveals a narrative both disheartening and disconcerting. All right, so within this narrative, a key player is the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. Now, it's been a beacon of hope for many in the city who have definitely felt the sting of an increasingly unaffordable housing market. This fund, it's managed by the City of Lexington's Office of Affordable Housing, and it provides loans and grants to developers and partners with the noble aim of building or preserving affordable housing. However, even as it stands as a symbol of progress, the fund is not without its critics and some shortcomings. So, in the first of our 4 parts of our series on the factors affecting affordable housing right here in Lexington, Kentucky, we delved deep into the challenges that the city faces. We explored issues like rising property values, a shortage of affordable rentals, and the real struggle faced by those teetering on the edge of homelessness. Now, as we step into the 5th and final installment, we find ourselves at a pivotal juncture. Now, the question that looms very large is this: can the Affordable Housing Fund do much, much better? So as the city grapples with this question, the winds of change are blowing. Now, council members, they have set their sights on altering the status quo. Currently, the city commits $2 million annually to the fund, a contribution that is mandated by city ordinance. However, the Budget, Finance, and Economic Development Committee have dared to envision something more ambitious, perhaps even more meaningful. They envision 1% of the city's budget go to affordable housing. Now, their proposal is nothing more or nothing short of just being transformative. They seek to amend this ordinance, and they will. And it's going to tether together the funds of a contribution to a percentage of the city's general fund revenue. So it's going to be something that comes in every single year. Now, this change could potentially infuse the fund with a more dynamic and responsive funding source. Furthermore, it would allocate a significant sum, which is $750,000 towards homelessness prevention and intervention, a critical need, especially in these times of great uncertainty that we're in. Yet, as we applaud these steps toward greater investment in affordable housing, we must also confront the elephant in the room: the glacial pace at which these changes are set to take effect. This will not take effect until later in 2025, and for those who desperately need affordable housing now, this timeline offers little solace whatsoever. Now, to truly appreciate the significance of these developments, we must first acknowledge the relentless efforts of community housing advocates and organizations like Build. All right? They have been tirelessly championing the cause of affordable housing for nearly a decade. Their unwavering commitment is a testament to the urgency of the issue, and their collective voice has amplified the call for change. So we might ask ourselves, why is this urgency right here, right now? Why the demand for more funds when the Affordable Housing Fund has, in recent years, seen incremental growth? Well, the answer lies in the sheer scale of the problem. A report from the National Low Income Housing Coalition, or NLIHC, exposed a staggering shortage of 89,375 affordable and available rental homes for Kentuckians classified as extremely low income. Now, this crisis is not a figment of imagination. It's a cold, hard reality. Yes, progress has been made. Currently, 846 affordable apartments are under construction, set to open their doors within the next year. These apartments will provide a welcome place for some, but they only scratch the surface of the issue. Now, the likes of Jenny Ramsey, who's the director and co-founder of the Catholic Action Center, have been sounding the alarm for years. She has been cautioning that these efforts alone will not suffice. One critical concern is the recurring cycle of eternal tenancy that affordable housing often fosters. Now, it's a cycle that inadvertently stifles the dreams of many. Dreams of becoming a homeowner and building that generational wealth that we all hear about. This is a facet that demands scrutiny. For in the pursuit of affordable housing, we should not inadvertently create a generation of perpetual renters. Now consider this. Think back. 2014, when the Affordable Housing Fund was in its infancy. You could acquire a house back then in downtown Lexington for as little as $50,000. I know, I did it. Between 2014 and today, interest rates plummeted to as low as 2.5%. Now imagine if you will, instead of consigning someone to the perpetual tenant life, we had facilitated their journey to homeownership. In this scenario, a person from 2014 would now be 9 years into a 30-year mortgage. Their monthly payment would likely amount to a mere $300 per month, encompassing principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Now, with just 21 years left on their mortgage, they'd be on the cusp of owning their home outright. Contrast this with the reality of the same house, which probably rents today for $900 per month, with the rental cost projected to surge to nearly $2,000 per month in that same 21-year period. Now, the crux of the issue is this: the Affordable Housing Trust Fund lacks an exit strategy for those caught in this tenancy cycle, and it's imperative that we redirect our focus. The individuals in the 60 to 80% income bracket, which is the mean income of Lexington, needs opportunities to transition from affordable housing to homeownership. We must reserve the limited affordable housing resources to those making less than 40% of the city's mean income. Now, there's other concerns. Now, another one that's worth addressing is the concentration of wealth that often accompanies large-scale affordable housing projects. Now, it's a particular phenomenon. The pursuit of equitable housing oftentimes inadvertently perpetuates inequity. A select few individuals benefit disproportionately from these projects, amassing wealth, while the vast majority merely scrape by. Now, could there be a more inclusive approach? There might be. Perhaps it's time to shift our focus away from the colossal, isolated, affordable housing developments, and instead, we might consider a model where every new project in Lexington allocates a percentage of its housing units to affordability. Now, how would we do this? Now, for instance, a 500-unit development could receive affordable housing support contingent upon keeping 20% of its homes within an affordable price range. Now, this approach, it might seem different, but it would foster greater socioeconomic integration, allowing people from various backgrounds to live in close proximity while preserving their dignity. It's a vision that seeks not only to address the scarcity of affordable housing, but to reshape the very fabric of Lexington's communities. So in conclusion, the Affordable Housing Trust Fund in Lexington, Kentucky is at a crossroads. Now it stands as a symbol of progress and hope, yet it is burdened by shortcomings that demand attention now. Now, the changes in the funding allocations are commendable, absolutely, but the timeline for their implementation is far from ideal, in my personal opinion. So, to truly fulfill its mission, the fund must evolve into a vehicle that not only provides immediate relief, but also paves the way for long-term stability and upward mobility. You know, it's a must that we champion the cause of homeownership and wealth creation, especially for those individuals that are caught in the cycle of eternal tenancy. So furthermore, the approach to affordable housing should shift from isolated mega projects to a more inclusive and integrated model. By doing so, Lexington can not only alleviate its affordable housing crisis, but also foster a sense of community and equality that will endure for many generations to come. Now, as the city navigates these waters of change, it's crucial that its leaders, advocates, and citizens remain steadfast in our commitment to the cause of affordable housing. You know, for in this endeavor, the true spirit of Lexington, a city of history, culture, and resilience, will shine brightest. It'll illuminate a path toward a more equitable and prosperous future.